Hello, everybody. This is Alex. I'm a PhD candidate at NUS Business School in Singapore. And this is the video abstract of a paper I have co-authored with Eddie Choo, a research associate at the Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy, also in Singapore. This paper is titled The Adoption and Institutionalization of Governmental Foresight Practices in Singapore, and it has been recently published in the journal Foresight. So what's so interesting about this paper that you should know about? Well, this paper is a really detailed account of the origins of governmental foresight in Singapore, which we uncovered with a series of interviews and also with some analysis of secondary material. Now, as you might know, Singapore is one of the very few and also most celebrated countries in the world where foresight techniques such as scenario planning are used quite successfully and also repeatedly in the government. And yet, Singapore is also well known for its administrative efficiency, which is a rather short term or even immediate term need. So then the question becomes, how could foresight emerge in Singapore? Especially in view of the fact that foresight is a long-term oriented practice, particularly at the governmental level. And what we found in the research reported in this paper is that a number of high-level civil servants inside the Singapore government had the very entrepreneurial idea, but also in a way visionary idea, of introducing foresight to other parts of the Singapore government as a tool to mitigate vulnerability. And by vulnerability, I mean the discourse about lack of natural resources, small land area, and small population that has been at the very foundation of Singapore's foreign policy for decades. So in a way, these civil servants leveraged the fact that the Singapore government at large was receptive of the need to strengthen up in face of vulnerability, which was actually considered more important than short-term administrative efficiency. So that's how the puzzle is solved. That's the gist of the paper. That's why foresight emerged in the Singapore government. Now, on the top of that, at the end of the paper, we also discuss why and how this way of having introduced foresight to the higher echelons of the Singapore government might have prevented a more widespread use of foresight techniques in the Singapore social system at large, including the corporate sector and the academic sector. But of course, the paper goes into much more detail on this than what I could tell you here. So please check it out. The link to the paper is pasted in the description box down below. And of course, if you don't have access to the journal, just feel free to send us a note and we will be happy to send you a copy of the manuscript. Cheers, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.